YouTube and Facebook.
Okay, we are live on YouTube. Candy, can you please transfer hosting to me?
Mhm.
Okay, we cannot stream at the same time both on YouTube and Facebook. So we'll just do it on YouTube. What we'll do is share the YouTube link on Benild's Facebook account so that we're still able to broadcast uh,
To
consecutively.
Facebook. Okay.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
Should Anna start already, Carrie? Or you'll share the link first?
Yes, Anna can start already. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Hello. Good afternoon. Ayan. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Kamusta? So we hope that you ate well. Nabusog naman kayo. And I hope that you were also able to do the tasks that were assigned to you this morning. Nagawa niyo naman? Tahimik.
Kinda po.
Sige.
Kinda.
So on the chat, it says Miss Marietta is saying good afternoon. Nahihilo po kami sa paggawa ng mga tasks. All right, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll just need a little more practice with that. So we'll ask all our participants some questions, and if we can ask you not to answer sa chat box because it's very difficult for the interpreters to keep reading from the chat box. Instead, open your microphones, and the interpreters will help you communicate with me. Okay? So ang Google Classroom natin, okay, also works with, hold on, also has an app that you can install on your cell phones, Android or iPhone or whatever. You can install these on your phones. Yan. Okay? If your students do not have laptops or tablets, then if they do not have laptops or desktop computers, then they can install these in their tablets or cell phones, yung Google Classroom app. And if I can show you what it will look like in the app, yan, naka-stream lang, very simple. Parang naka-stream lang yung mga content, and it might be easier for them to type in their answers. So if your students all have access to smartphones, whatever the smartphone brand is, then you can have them install these in their phones. I'd also like to show you yung comparison between a personal Gmail account and then if you had a G Suite account. If you remember kanina, we had like a limit of 1 gigabyte in the Google Drive for those with personal accounts. But if your school can ask for a G Suite account, yung .edu.ph account, then abot ng 1 terabyte yung Google Drive storage. Now, 5 terabytes yung Google Drive storage. Now, if you remember earlier this morning, we taught you how to do the homework and how to submit it via Google Drive. I'd like to teach you another way of doing this. Maybe we can ask Miss Anna to, yan. Okay. All right. So if you remember earlier on, we did an essay. Remember, we pretended that a student could do an essay, would do an essay and submit, and we did it via the Google Forms. This time, we can do it straight to the Google Drive. So we'll ask Nikki, who is one of our interpreters, to pretend that she is the student. And she'll show you how it's done. Okay. Hold on lang po. So let me just share my screen as like what Anna said. So if you remember kanina po, I pretended to have a Google a Word document and then I uploaded it onto Google Drive. So this way, oops, sorry. Sorry. Okay. She sent me another. There you go. I'll open this. She had another assignment. She sent another assignment. Okay. So another way of doing this is instead of submitting or attaching attaching homework, what we will do is this one, add or create. And then for example, since it's an essay, I will create a document. Okay. And then, okay, maybe, okay. Have a document and then example. This is my answer. All right, so let's say nasulat na. You have the student click on turn in. Yan. Yung turn in kanina, and it will lead them back to this one. Click ulit, turn in. Sometimes you need to click it 2 times. And then there, it says that it's turned in. Now, if the student wants to correct or to change the document na sinubmit, so Anna is saying that if the student or the teacher want to have a private chat conversation, there is a private comments portion here on the right. Now, for the student, in case they want to change the homework that they sent, let's say they added other stuff, they can unsubmit and then just resubmit. So for example, I will unsubmit so that I can add or change my attachments. So unsubmit and then, okay. Maybe the student would like to say adding more words. Okay. Um, turn in again. And then turn in again. And then there, resubmitted. Okay. Is that clear po to everyone? Yung how we can do it na.
Clear po. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So for tomorrow, when we merge everything, quizzes, etc., and then if we have other documents, then when we make our quizzes tomorrow, we can show you how to do it via that option ng turning it in. I'd like to show you more sa app, with the app that we're using. So dito sa 9 dots, okay, if you can see the 9 dots, if you click that, you can see here like a very, very simple, straight way to look for things regarding arts and culture. You can do a Google search. So, but it actually depends on your subject. Some of the information that you need can be found here. If you teach, for example, mga arts, then you can click on that share button. Yung parang ano, yan. Click on the share button and then you say that you will share it to your classroom and then choose which class you plan to share it to. And you can either create an assignment with it or ask a question or create a material with it. So click what you want to do and then, so for example, right now I said I was going to create a material with it and press go. And so now it's there. And you can do whatever it is that you need with it. So for example, choose a topic that it will fall under. Choose a module where it will fall under and then click post so that it is posted to your class. And then you click on view and we will see it in the class. Ayan. Under classwork. There you go. And then if you click view material and if you click on the link, then we're sent to the reference. So we won't have such a hard time looking for references and looking for the links. Okay. So in your classwork, okay, if you need to look for the homework and projects submitted by your students, then here's another way for you to see it easily. It's in the class drive folder that you will see at the top of your account. Okay, so if you click on that class drive folder, it will show you all the files that you have under, well, we had under demo group or in a class. And you can put these all in one folder. So, and then you can also create from here. If you need to share anything, you can also create from here. You can change the color of your folders. You can rearrange or you can place other files into that folder that we made. You can arrange what is in your Google Drive. And then if we look at the stream, then all of these information that we've done recently in our class can be found in the stream. Now, for example, you don't want all of your students to see all of those things, what you've posted and what you've submitted. What you can do is just hide the notifications. So you go to the settings and then look for hide notifications. And then what will show are only the announcements from the teacher. Okay, they'll only see this. Right, now with our grades, if you remember earlier on, Nikki submitted something for this morning. We did an essay 1 and a discussion, and she submitted something for essay 2, right? So if you look over here, let's say we want to view her submission, you can just click the 3 dots to the side of the grade and then view submission. Look at what she turned in, read it, and then if you want to make comments, you may comment on the document using this add comment. Type in your comment for especially in English class, this is very useful. So let's say we made this comment. It will come out at the side of the document. And then let's say you give a grade of, let's say we give her a 90. Good enough. Okay. Then you click on return. Right. So if it's one submission, you just click on return. If you have if there are multiple submissions, then you can click on return multiple submissions. Okay, so for this one, it's just one. So we return and all right, there you go. It's been returned. And you can look at, if you see Nikki's name there and then the drop down arrow, you can switch between the different students so that you can also make comments and give them their grades. Okay. And then, so you're done with that. You will see that in the grades portion of the Google Classroom, her grade has been added. Okay, and since this is cumulative, you see at the very end the overall grade. And so now I'd like to see your work from what you've done this morning for the homework and the discussion. So anyone who would like to volunteer to show their work? Remember this morning, we said we would do these 4 things. We would make 2 assignments and discussions with instructions. Okay. And then we would do grading and feedback in assignments and discussions created. So who would like to start? Any volunteer? Do we have a volunteer here with us? Okay, so Miss Amy would like to try. All right, that's great. So, could you share your screen with us, Miss Amy?
After po. Where is it? Share screen. Teka lang po ha. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So, the first thing, we added each of my colleagues to be my students for this activity. So, where's my class? So first, Miss Anna, do I have to run through from the very start or from the activity only? Hello po.
Okay, just run through and we'll provide you with feedback.
Okay. So for the first module, which is entitled Sustainable Tourism Development, so after discussing the learning outcomes, I have assigned for the next meeting a first assignment. So before the discussion, we will be having an activity prior to the proper topic. So my assignment for that is I have two questions. For the first instruction is to read and answer the question below. So what comes to your mind when you hear the word sustainability? So the students need to open this attachment, which is Google Drawing. So they can write their answers inside the box on what are their views about the term sustainability. And then so some one student submitted an answer, Miss Latonio. So I already graded her. And then, teka po. And then, so ipapakita ko pa ba yung ang pag-grade ko sa kanya?
Yes, ma'am. Opo.
Okay. Wait lang ha. Nasaan na yun?
Yeah, so click nyo yung turned in and then, yan.
This one po. Yung graded na.
Ah,
So I graded her 99 over 100. And this was her answer. And then there are also students who turned in but did not was not able to answer the questions, especially in number 2. So I just graded 0. I'm sorry.
0, okay.
Sorry. Anyways, it's just a demo lang naman po. And then
Oh nga, wait, how about okay, so these are your homework. How about sa discussion?
I for the second activity na po. yung ginawa ko. This one below. So maybe after the activities, we can proceed to the proper topic, and there's a discussion there, which you can see from the screen. So before exchanging answers, I will let them view first to have an idea on what is sustainability all about. So there's a question there. So in your words, which definition about sustainability speaks most to you and why? So there are students who answered, and then I graded them. And then I made 2 discussions and 2 assignments. So some of the students answered, and then I graded them. Yun po.
Yay, very good, miss. Di ba ang dali lang? It's very easy to make this, right?
Yes po. Pero nakakahito lang yung yung pagbasa ng mga answers.
Saan? Sige, saan ka nalito ulit? Sorry, saan ka nalito?
Yung pag-answers po, yung pag-answer, tsaka po pagbasa ng mga answers ng mga students. Yung nandito na sa your answers, ma'am, yung may turn in, yung ganon. And some of my colleagues also were answering on the chat box. But I want to answer from the upper right, which is your answer na.
Sige. Pero if you look at yung sa turn in kanina doon sa taas, 'di ba? It will actually tell you how many of your participants have already submitted their work. So if you have 10 people in your class, you can see kung nakailan na sila. Out of the 10, ilan na ang nag-submit. Also, you
Pero,
can
yung see your classmates answer, if naka-turn on po yun or hindi, okay lang. Yung sa baba po.
saan po 'yon?
See your class,
yes. So, depende. You can, sa discussion, pwede mong sabihin na they can see their classmates' answers. Pero, like for example, there are some work like essays, then the other classmates don't need to see it.
Yes. And,
Kasi alam mo na, baka mamaya tumingin muna sila sa sagot ng kaklase bago sumagot, gumawa ng sarili nila. So, yon. I-off nyo na lang muna for others. Okay, sa Google. Okay, so si Anna will remotely go through your Google Classroom. So huwag kayong magpanic na nakikita ninyong gumagalaw. So if you see here po sa grades, di ba merong mga missing na hindi pa nakakasubmit. And you'll also see kapag meron na dyang color green na naka-over 100, halimbawa, that means nakasubmit na siya. Pero wala siyang naka-attach. Wait lang. So for example, okay, eto, view submission.
Pero, yeah.
Okay, so makikita mo rin kung anong, you can see cumulatively the different grades, the different items. Mabilis mo makikita kung sino na yung nakasubmit at hindi through the grades if you click on the grades tab. That's one way to see kung sino nang nag-submit or hindi. Baka that's easier for you also instead of trying to look for sinong nag-turn in, sinong hindi pa nag-turn in.
Okay po.
Through the grades tab. Thank you, Miss. Anyone else? Sinong gustong sumunod?
Hello, I'll try. Oh, where is it? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Miss Marietta. Okay.
Oh, yes.
So let's. Okay.
So this is, I'm going to the classwork immediately. So here, module 1, module 0, module 1. I made the first assignment for module 3. But I don't know. This is draft because I said the assignment is reading the book and then answer the questions, but I did not push that through. So this one, please answer the question of differentiate between social work from social welfare. And then I use the Google form. Here. Oh, what happened? Sorry. I use the Google form here, but yeah. Assignment on social work concepts. So one
Um,
student handed in.
Miss Marietta, have you
Yes.
tried grading it po?
Yeah, not for Ma'am Karen. I graded the other assignments. So I don't know with Karen. I graded this one maybe. Yeah, I did not grade Miss Karen. But in other assignments, I graded. I think I gave grades to assignment number 2. Mm, I graded one. Oh. First, I have a problem here. I used Google form, and then I used this multiple choice question, but the students could not see the question because when I reviewed it, I when
Uh,
I reviewed it,
yes, Miss
it's
Marietta,
yes,
you
yes.
need po, because I think it's yung input is on date mode. So you need to change it to multiple choice mode po.
Multiple choice. Yeah, because when I tried to send it, I was asked to send it through the email addresses of my students, so that's why they were not able to really get the questions. So yes, and I'll go back here. I'm giving this questionnaire. Yeah, this is what I'm telling you. I utilized the multiple choice question form, which is tick box, but it did not go through the students.
Okay. Miss Marietta, with your permission, I would like
Yes,
to remotely control it. So just to check on your input. Is that all right?
yes, please.
Okay, so let me remotely control it.
So I will approve.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so this button is to edit your form. Yes, yung nakita niyo po yung parang may pencil. So
Yeah.
that's the edit button.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could
Yeah.
all right, so yun, nakita niyo po yan, yung
Yes.
button na yan.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
the edit button.
Mm-hmm.
So when you click that one, there. Makita niyo po yung drop-down menu. You could pick kung ano po yung mode of question. So
Yes.
I think a while ago you picked that yung date, but you should be picking a multiple choice.
Yeah, I picked this multiple choice, and under that would be a grid box, I think.
So as you can see here, when you click multiple choice, may lalabas po siya na parang mga options.
Yeah, I put in 2 statements in that, but it did not go through the students.
So ano po yung
I put this tick box grid. I use the tick box grid. Yeah.
so this one.
Yeah, and I wrote the statements in row 1. And it says, when I tried to send it, it says, I cannot send it because it needs 2 columns or 2 rows.
Yes, ma'am. Oo po. Kasi it's a requirement that we need to fill up both the rows and the columns in order for the form to be completed.
Okay.
So we could not just have the column part.
I did the rows part only, but so I thought the column part would be the answers, would be the tick box. So it's not.
It's no po, no po. You need to click on both,
Okay.
both boxes. Okay. So if you click on agree,
Yes.
so that doesn't mean that they have to have explanation. Tama po ba yung pagkakaintindi ko sa
yes.
question nyo?
Yeah, because it's only a multiple choice. So, example, the first row, I wrote the statement: do you believe that the government has put in more efforts in helping people? So it appeared, but then in the column part, it's only 1 column. But then when I send it, it couldn't send because of that comment.
Right, opo. Kasi baka po yung kulang po kasi yung ating input. So in order for that to be sent, so we need to fill it up completely, both the rows and the columns.
Okay.
Yes po.
Okay. So I'm just exploring this multiple choice.
Okay, so if you pick po ang multiple choice, then you could see yung changes that will happen dun sa form niya. Yeah. All right. Okay, so nasa inyo na po ulit yung control, Miss Marietta.
Okay.
So you could proceed po with your sharing.
Okay. As for the
Okay, don't forget po. Sorry, Miss Marietta, don't forget to save po whatever changes you make. So always click save.
I thought it's not auto save.
Kanina po kasi nakita natin yung parang nakakulay green na save button.
Okay. Assignment on social work concepts. Okay. So here, this is a discussion assignment. So nobody handed in.
So is this po an assignment or a discussion, ma'am?
This is an assignment. An assignment here.
Okay, so
So
nobody turned in yet.
yeah. So it's only, this is, I think I graded um one student submitted her answer, and we had a private comments about it, and then I graded her 20 over 20. Can it be see? It cannot be seen.
Yes, we could see po. We could see it, ma'am.
Okay, so I think assignment project. So this is a discussion on, can you share with me please your experiences? So this is a project which I sent to the students about doing some interview with social workers. So 100 in. So yes, and it's Mom Amy who handed in, but I did not mark it. But in the mark, in the giving of grades, well, I just yeah, I just put that, and that will be the mark, and then return to the student.
Yes, ma'am, that's right. So you have to return it.
Okay.
All right, so Miss
Thank
Ivy
you.
got a perfect
That's
score. All right.
yeah, my students are the best. So that's all I think that I want to share for now.
How about, ma'am, your discussion? Did you have something on discussion po?
I'll check, huh? Yeah, I know. I put in some discussion questions, discuss the importance of social work. So when you say discussion, it's still like essay. So this is the answers to the discussion.
Yes, ma'am. It could be the
Yes.
same as an essay. That's right po.
Yeah. So two students handed in their discussions. But
And
I
then yes, you are. I think the output is one original post and then two responses. Yeah.
mm, yeah. But I did not put some marks on this. Sorry. Yeah. So I can put in some grades later.
Yes, you could actually use rubric.
Rubric.
Rubric. Yes po. When you do your assessment
Yes.
for discussion.
For discussion, yeah.
For tomorrow, we will have a session on how to create rubrics.
Okay.
So you could apply this.
Yes.
How about the grades, ma'am? Can we take a look at your
Grades.
grade?
Yeah. The marks. Okay.
Yes, that's right, marks.
Okay. Yes. Oh. No due date. Why is it that here these are the grades that I gave to students?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So I only graded, yeah, this is correct. I only gave grade to Miss Amy.
And then I think some boxes are not yet graded yet.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
so if you click like on those boxes, then you'll be able to see kung ano po yung grade that you could give to them.
Yes.
So you could
Yeah.
input it directly on the boxes.
Yes. Okay. Like this one, I can put in grades like that. So I can put in grades even into this box, huh?
Yes, yes, ma'am. That would be much
Okay.
easier. So it's sort of a shortcut.
Oh, this is good. At least, yes. Okay, thank you so much. But why is it's draft, not it shows draft only?
Oh, I think because maybe we have not sent it to the student yet, ma'am. So this is still a
Okay.
draft. So
Ah,
it's not yet assigned.
uh-huh.
Apo.
So I have really to go to the answers of the students so that I can return.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So habang hanggat hindi po natin press yung return, it's
Yes.
still automatically say parang as a draft.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
So once we send it to the students and then they
Yeah.
are able to see that, then of course yun na po, it's become parang officially becomes a graded output.
Okay. Okay. So I need to put it here. Okay. So it says not returned. So how can
Yes.
how will I return this to her? There is no button for it now.
So you have like the 20/20 there.
Yes, but there is no button for return. So it will remain as a draft. Where can I find the button, the return button? Here? The settings? No. No.
No, ma'am. If you click on the 20/20, click on
Yeah.
So you have the 20/20 there. Hang on po. There, beside Miss Aimee. So if you
Okay.
click the three dots, so once you input po yung grade niya doon, and then you press at return.
Yep. So it will be here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So you could also have qualitative feedback. So we could give comments to the student.
Yes. Yeah.
So there you go. So it's not anymore a draft.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, I think with practice, no, if you get used to it, then mas magiging madali na po yan para sa inyo.
Yes. Okay. Will I stop sharing now?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, sorry. Maybe I think with the module, remember for our discussion on arranging it per category. So maybe you could arrange it like more clearly para at least nakaset po nasan yung mga assignments, nasan yung discussion. So
okay.
Yes, so easier navigation for the student. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you po. Next, can we have Miss Karen?
Hi. I'll try to share my screen, but actually I cannot turn on my camera. Can you view my screen right now?
It's okay. We could just use your audio and then we'll just, yes, we could see your screen now.
Okay. So this is my class here. And these are the classwork. Again, I had arranged this one. So for the discussion, this is my first discussion. I just wanted to know what do the students expect for this subject. So this is for their oral participation. And I had graded 2 of them. one was not able to answer yet. Okay. And then the second discussion is under imaginative module 1, imaginative writing versus technical writing module. And I also graded Ma'am Latonio. She's the only one I think who answered that one yet. And for the assignment, I have an assignment for poem writing. This is actually due on August 7, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So there's a link here, no, that they can click as a reference to answer the assignment that I want them to submit. Okay, and then another assignment is about drama. Here I have some questions and no answer yet. Okay, so I want them to put their answer here in the Google form. For the grades, so far, this is what reflects at the moment for my grading. Okay, so most of the assignments were not done yet because I had set a deadline. So probably the students are still working on this one. Yes, I guess these are all that I can share for this afternoon.
All right, good job. Good job, Miss Karen. But don't also please don't forget to always
Yes.
to put yung ating LO, yung learning outcome per module. So as the first line, so it would help if you have the course learning outcome. And then like every week you have module 1, module 2. You could have a specific learning outcome for each module such that doon po naka-anchor yung inyong mga activities. But that is excellent output. That's excellent work.
Because I group the learning outcomes to another category. Okay, that is noted. Thank you for that one.
Are there any more questions? Do I have any more questions from our participants?
In my end, I think I have no more questions. I just wanted to say that we were actually enjoying. This is quite challenging, no, activity, but even though nahihilo si Ma'am Marietta at kami rin nahihilo, nag-enjoy naman kami. So thank you.
Thank you also.
It's all right, ma'am. It's all right because this is the first time that you are doing this. So it's natural that you are, at first maybe confusing, medyo nahihilo po tayo. But with practice, you'll get used to it.
Right. And thank you so much to all of you. This is great learning for us.
Yes, I'm very happy to share this with you. So I'm hoping that just play around with your Google Classroom, especially with activities. I think that would make it much easier for you once you get, once you are familiar with the whole platform of the Google Classroom. So it will be easier. Okay, so we have shared and checked on your output. Okay, before I forget, for the grades. Not only numerical grades po, I think it would also help our students if you will also include some qualitative feedback. Okay. And also for the discussion, remember po yung ating minimum requirement that they need to reply to at least 3 posts. So that would be our output. Not only with the discussion and assignments, but also with like ungraded. So if you could also have activities that are ungraded, so you could have that option. Like for example, like certain activities that it doesn't necessarily have to be graded, but it would build on, it would help develop the competencies in your learning outcomes. So you could also do that for your classes. So for now, well, for tomorrow, we will be developing our own rubrics. Because right now you just put on like quantitative, like 80 over 100 or 70 over 100. But tomorrow we will look deeper into that, how to create rubric and how to assess. And also we will have quizzes. We'll look into quizzes. So how to create, how do we make quizzes? Like for example, essay type quizzes. So we will also look into that. Okay, so do we have any more questions or concerns at this moment? Okay. Anyone? Miss Amy, Miss Amy, do you have any question? What do we think? Madali po ba so far?
So far, okay naman. A question ko lang, sir. I'm not sure if ma-answer to for today, no? Because we have more topics to tackle with regards to the grade. Yung summary of the grade for the student.
So, yung overall grade nila, is that what you mean, ma'am? Sige,
Or-
tingnan po ulit natin.
Will it be automatically calculated for after
Yes.
the periodic test?
Yes
For-
po.
Mhm.
Yes po. It's automatically calculated.
Since i-input naman po lahat yung mga activities, yung part sa ano po, no?
Yes po.
Percentages.
Para siyang grades management. Diba? Parang it's the same as if you do this via Excel.
So
Or yung the old way na may papel ka, tapos dyan mo isusulat lahat ng grades, and then you have to do a manual computation. So now, this is actually very easy. Madali nang magkape-kape habang nag-i-input ng grades.
Like, so after the periodic test, like for example, prelims, so you will be able to know na agad the grade of the student. The average grade for that period.
Yes. Opo.
Okay. Yun lang po yung...
Kayo po ba, in your school, do you have a midterm grade? You have midterms and finals?
We have 4 periodic tests: prelim, midterm, semifinal, and finals. So what I input in my grading system is yun na po yung ginagamit namin na rubrics for the grading.
Okay. Sige. Yes.
Hello. Yes. Okay, Ma'am Imes.
So, si Miss Marietta?
Yes, I have one question. Like, since in our school we have 4 grading periods like prelim, midterm, semifinals, and finals. So how would that appear? How would it appear in this grading table? Because I understand this is only for the one that we are seeing now is for activities, it's activities. But what if, how could we summarize like all of this would be for prelim? So is there a column for prelim, midterm, semifinals, and finals? So that we can get the overall grade for that semester for each student?
Sige, wait lang. Lahat po ba to ay equal in percentage? So for example, your prelim is 25%. Ganun po ba? Or, I mean, does the prelim
Yes.
contribute to the final grade?
Yes, because we have a equal assignment of percentages for each major exams, like 30% for quizzes or 50. So it's equal for all 4 major exams. It's the same, I mean.
Okay, so, sige, tingnan natin. You go to the settings. Wait, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Paano ba pwedeng gawin yan? Let's see. Okay, go to the class settings. What we can do is, go to the class settings and then, sorry, let me scroll down.
Okay.
So, kita niyo po, di ba yung
Yes.
categories.
Mhm.
So,
But
since
this is
they have equal weights,
yes, for all the grading periods.
you can place each one as a grade category and then, so kunyari, yung prelim is one grade category, 25%.
Mhm.
Midterms is also 25%. So, para maging 100 as a grade category.
Uh-huh.
And then, so yun, or, but if you're saying na, parang meron siyang ilalabas per quarter, wala pong ganon kasi it's cumulative.
Oh yeah, because what I'm seeing now are the grades for assignment of points for each activity. And if I, as an example, that this will be for prelim. So my thought is, would there be another way of like all of this being input into prelim, the next set will be being input for midterm, so that we will have cumulative result at the end. Or can we put a grade category like prelim, and then under prelim we put all the activities? Can it be done here?
Sorry, so Nikki is raising her hand. So ma'am, so ang pwedeng gawin, so I will now answer not as an interpreter, I'll answer as a facilitator
Yes.
also.
Yes.
So here's one thing that you can do. Either, kasi yung grade categories, di ba? You can change the grade categories to prelim 25%. Quiz, ano nga yun? Prelim, midterms? Midterms 25%. Project 25, midterms, prelim, midterms, finals, pre-finals?
Pre-finals.
Okay, pre-finals and then finals. So yung apat na yon, gawin yung tig 25%. And then when you go to your classwork or coursework,
Mhm.
you just assign it to one of those. To one of those that it's either just it's part of the prelim, it's part of the midterms, it's part of the pre-finals or part of the finals. Pero if for example, let's say sa prelims divided pa yan into several categories, is
Yes,
that right,
yes,
Miss?
yes, correct.
So for prelims, you have let's say ganito, online participation,
Mhm.
15%, ganyan.
Yes.
Pwede po kasing since it's cumulative, dadagdag na lang ng dadagdag. So just keep adding onto it kasi the student naman will see na okay, for my prelims, mukhang papasa ako. And
Mhm.
then dahil nagdadagdag na kayo for the midterms, makikita din niya na okay, pumapasa pa ako kasi nga cumulative siya. So alam niya, so you can either divide the categories according to
Yes.
prelims, midterms, pre-finals and finals,
Yes.
or you can divide it according to the grading items that you have. Quizzes, projects, essays, exams.
Yeah. What
Ganun
we
po.
can do, perhaps what I'm thinking now is we will have separate folders for prelim, a midterm. I think we will just play on it with it.
Um, pero if you cannot, are you talking about separate classes?
No, the same class, but then we will organize like
Separate
separate
Google Classrooms? Or hindi? One Google Classroom
one
pero separate.
grading or folders, whatever.
Oo. Kasi yung grading po per classroom, yan na po yun. Yung nakikita niyo sa
Yes,
screen. Grade
yes.
categories, that's it for that one class.
Would it be possible also that this is for one class? I will have another class, the same class, but another
Yeah.
whatever we call it for midterm.
Another,
Term.
I don't know.
parang you will make another
Class.
classroom.
Yes, that's
Mm-mm.
it.
You'll make another classroom.
So it's not
So,
possible.
pwede po. You can make 4 classes, but it means you'll have to,
Yeah, and the
oo,
consultation naman sa
kasi that's
is
unfortunately,
problem.
that's the limitation of, that's the limitation for,
Yes.
Google Classroom, I think,
Okay.
But, di ba na-mention po ni Anna that we might have a discussion with Google Philippines on Friday? Maybe that's a
Mhm.
question that can be asked them.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Ma'am,
Kasi, yun.
ma'am, if I may share, in our case,
Sorry po,
I
ang nagsasalita
categorize.
ay si Miss
This is
Amy
Karen po.
Karen. Sige, Miss
Yes.
Karen.
I think, or I'm not sure if it's fine, kasi I categorize my grading into, for example, written, no, written works, performance tasks, major exam, no. I just added the oral participation there, but in fact, yan talaga yung 3 majors sa amin, no. Di ba okay lang naman po? So for example, halimbawa, ang quiz na to is under siya sa written works. And then if I would like to ask, for example, a video presentation from the student, I would put that under the performance task. Okay lang naman po yun, di ba? So we don't need to, for example, for the prelim,
Mm-mm.
the
Sabi
midterms
ni,
and all that, diretso na siya
yes.
sa
Oo.
major exam.
Sabi po ni Anna, yes, it's possible naman po. Maybe I'll ask Anna, could you click dyan sa weighted by category? What's the other option that we have? Yan. What's the other? Okay. Sige. So these are the only, unfortunately, this is the only option that we have, weighted by category or total points. Ibig sabihin, everything is graded na equally
For,
up until the...
Miss Nikki, may question pa ako. Hello po?
Sige po. Sige po.
Kasi yung grading system namin, di ba pag nag-grade ka, automatic over 100 yung lalabas.
Pwede namang hindi po.
I mean, but yung total ba over 100 na i-edit mo?
Yes.
Automatic, right?
No, not necessarily siguro.
Hindi po, ito po, dito sa grade categories, may nakalagay na remaining 0%. Opo, that's automatically 100.
Yung talking about dun sa, for example, the activity that the student submitted, di ba?
Oh,
So over
yes.
100. So that
Oh,
can
okay.
no?
Hindi po, pwede naman, like, di ba, we had one participant kanina na ang sagot niya over 20 ang ginawa niya.
Yeah. Pero
Oo.
yung over po niya ba, yung total 100, no? So
Itong overall grade sa dulo? Which one are we talking about?
yeah, that's default.
Yes po. Etong beside their name na overall grade?
Yes, out of 100.
Yes. Po. That will be out of 100, yes.
Every activity, no? Kasi yung sa grading rubrics kasi namin, like for example, 50% that covers quizzes, mastery exam, class participation, research work, oral recitation, assignment. So that is the coverage of the 50%. So do we need to itemize and give a specific percentages of that like quizzes, mastery, class participation? Is it up to us to?
Hindi. Ang sinasabi ni Ana, the grades kasi are by categories. So, ang sabi ni Ana is, if it's already a category na 50%, di ba? Yung nasa ilalim niyan na participation, quizzes na sabi ninyo, nasa inyo na, sa activities na lalabas kung ilang points yon.
But it is automatic 100, no? Yung over.
Opo. So, kumbaga, if you have,
kasi like, yung sa example niyo sa screen niyo, yung grades, meron siyang yung project, naka-itemize siya, ma'am ba? Yung kasi pag input ko kanina, naka-overall 50%. Parang 3 lang yung ko category. 50. Oo.
Would you like to share yours para ma-check ni Ana? Okay lang? Can you share your sa grades?
Yes.
Sige.
Can you see my screen na po?
Opo.
Yes, that one.
Okay, so anong gusto niyo pong mangyari dito?
For us to better grade the student, yung like quizzes, mastery exam, i-assign mo talaga siya ng percentage. Of course, to make it 50% for the class participation.
So, ma'am, ganito po, no? Ano yan? Quizzes, mastery exam, ano po yung isa?
Class participation.
Yang tatlo, ang 50%?
Tapos
Or research work?
Oral
participation. Okay. Then, you have to make sure na itong 5 to fit into your coursework. So, which module will you give oral participation? Na dapat may oral participation. So, pwede nyo siyang ilagay as an activity under that particular module para you know na may oral participation na magaganap. Saan kayo maglalagay ng research work? Yes, it's up to you to put it there.
Okay. To make it up a 50%. Same with the other grade category like attendance. To make it 10%.
Yes po. Apo.
Sige po. Thank you po.
So, okay na po. Anna is asking, so are we okay? Is that clear? So, yung homeworks, the discussions, and then the projects, yung category, if I can show that to you again. Okay. Sorry, eto, di ba kanina yung sa essay natin? If we want to edit this, you can actually say what a particular assignment lang yung tawag natin sa kanya, no? But it's up to you you can decide where you want to put it under sa grading system ninyo. Is it online participation? Is it project or quiz? Okay? Sorry. Okay. So, is that clear? Any other questions?
I think wala na po sa akin. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Very good.
Thank you po.
Okay, so actually, it's very good na we have participants from one particular school. So it's good that you can all um it's good that you can all help each other out. And then actually, this is very easy na kasi now you can do grading via your cell phone. Hindi nyo na kailangan magbitbit ng maraming papel. Okay, so I think that's one benefit that we have from ganitong klaseng method of conducting classes. Plus, also it's very easy now to compute your grades. Parang isang tingin na lang sa screen, spreadsheet, and then when you're done, just one click submission to your registrar's office. Just print and submit to your registrar's office. So, yun. Now, I'm really enjoying teaching all of you. Now, tomorrow, we have one last topic on the rubric or assessment. And this is going to be part of your classes, how you're able to create your classes. Okay? Okay. And so
Okay.
we're done with the session today. And you can continue to do your work and make your classes and coursework for those classes. So getting ready for submission tayo. Hold on. Okay, so we'll wait for. So thank you very much. And if you can please stay for a while, um, we'll ask our streaming to be stopped. We're done for the streaming.
Okay. We're stopping streaming now.